Silly just will take it. Na 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 na. Yeah. NOS4A2 is a supernatural horror coming-of-age story about a young woman named Vic McQueen, a working-class kid from New England, who discovers that she has an incredible gift. This gift puts her on a collision course with the dangerous immortal Charlie Manx, who discovers Vic may threaten his world and system of feeding off the souls of children and depositing what remains of them in a twisted Christmas village of his imagination called Christmas Land.
Good job. All right. That was really good.
Thank you.
Vic McQueen, she has an enormous heart and this vast creativity that she can't channel anywhere until she works out that she's what we call a strong creative, which is a person who can manifest their imaginations into the physical world, and she finds that she has an ability to find lost things.
He's a vampire of sorts, but rather than drinking blood, he feeds off of the souls of children. He puts them in his car, and his car has a kind of life of its own, and he drives them to this place called Christmas Land, and on the way there, he goes from old and withered and hollow to sort of young and vital, and the kids go from young and innocent to these like husks of themselves. So he's a vampire of sorts, 135 years old, Victorian, Edwardian kind of character. Those are two different time periods, I realize, but you know, he sort of fits in there somewhere. But you know, I don't really think of the characters I play in terms of where they fall on a moral spectrum. I'm more interested in characters' complexity, and I think any villain has to be understood, especially if you're playing him, even if they're reprehensible. If you go into something from that standpoint and you trace back the villainy, it always arrives at a point of trauma. It's really about understanding that. I mean, he's ultimately just a lost and wounded child.
One of the wonderful things that Charlie Manx does as he brings the kids to Christmas Land, the journey drains them of all their regret and all their unhappiness and all their sadness, which seems on the surface like a good thing. But the truth is that if you don't have those things in your life, you become a psychopath. If every day is Christmas Day and there are no parents telling you not to eat candy or not to pull the wings off that butterfly, you become a monster.